Welcome to this gentle practice. We'll focus on breath awareness. So let's come to a comfortable child's pose. We'll be using our blocks, blankets, and so on. The child's pose could be with the hips more up in the air. Sometimes extended arms feels good, but it can be any arm variation. Gratitude for each of you here as we're coming back to our practice. So it's always coming back to being present, coming back to our breath, recognizing some aspects are in the form dimensions, some aspects are in the formless dimension. And we're recognizing what is formless, unchanging. And we're recognizing what is in the form dimension, right here, right now. Allowing what is, so any physical sensation, any thought forms to be. Nurturing that. It's okay. It's okay. Allowing that to be a receptive nature. It's okay. And then aware gratitude. Thank you for whatever shows up. It's guiding us. It is letting us know what we need to know. And of course, when we're in the midst of that challenging situation or experience, gratitude is not always there. So we start with being present. Coming to your hands and knees. And a few cat and cows. When we exhale, we can gaze at the belly and relax the head. And when we inhale, we can release the belly towards the earth, opening the front of the upper body. And a few cat and cows. noticing here physical sensations. Nice. So let's come to the belly. First Sphinx posture, Ardha Bhujangasana. Elbows can be underneath the shoulders, and here first dropping upper body between the upper arms, and then as we press down through the forearms, lifting that upper body. So any option here with the head. Some of us may like to relax the head. Some of us may like to keep the head up. Or it can be a little bit of both. And of course, as the inner body guides us, we could even do some gentle movements. Two more breaths. Taking the head up, slowly press down, and then we can choose maybe downward dog, maybe puppy downward facing dog, and option of, again, child's pose. So breath, awareness. Listening to that inner spaciousness within the breath. And we're holding the space with tenderness for what is. Listening to that prana, that life force on the inside. Now, carrot. It could be knees on the mat and slowly to the belly. Exhale. And then a little cobra. It can be Sphinx again. Inhale. And then coming to your forward bend. Turn both legs to the right side and drop on the outer left hip. So this is our head towards knee posture. Right leg can be straight here or slight bend. Inhale as we lift the rib cage and then gently fold forward. So we have props. We can always, use the props. It could even be, sometimes it's nice to have support underneath that straight leg. Or use the block to support the head, upper body. Breathing in. Breathing out. And at times it is our natural breath that feels nurturing. At times the inside may be in need of such quietness and kindness that our natural breath is what is nurturing. Slowly coming up, and then we're turning towards the top of our mat. Puppy downward dog or downward facing dog. A moment where our whole attention is on the breath. So we can hold here if you want. Carrot, inhale. Exhale, crocodile, and then to the belly. Inhale, cobra. Of course, it can be upper facing dog. And then downward facing dog. So we're turning legs to the left side, landing on that outer right hip. Change reposition yourself on the mat comfortably. Inhale. So here, left leg towards straight, and as we exhale, Janu Sirsasana. Head towards knee posture. Being present so we can feel here the ground underneath us. We can feel the portion of our physical body in contact with the ground. We can feel the movement of our breath. Tremendous compassion towards ourselves. tremendous compassion for others. So the thinking naturally will go towards fear and negativity. A lot of changes are happening, and that is always naturally bringing up fear or negativity in the thinking. So slowly coming up and towards the top of our mat, downward facing dog. So even if it's a change that we are welcoming, or a change that is good for us, change is always challenging. Coming to our carrot, inhale, exhale, crocodile. And of course we can skip these. Inhale, cobra or upper facing dog. And as we exhale, downward facing dog. So we're turning to that right side. The left hip is underneath. See the twist. We could straighten the left leg and have the right knee on top. Or both knees are bent. Sitting tall, inhale, left arm up, and then we're twisting. And of course it can be hugging the top leg, it can be hooking, binding. Find a position where that inner spaciousness, inner body is joyful and free. So we can sense deep within movement of the breath. Counter twisting. Here we can relax the head. Taking the knees together, ankles together. And then coming to your favorite or that forward bend that feels really nurturing here. Some of us may feel really tight in the back of the body, and you could even be standing forward bend, where the upper body, the whole upper body is relaxed. Form dimension is very cyclical. right? It has energy, medium energy, less energy. So it's very, very cyclical. Maybe one day we feel really strong, almost like a superhero, and then the next day we need to be more gentle. That's the nature of form. So coming to here, carrot, inhale, exhale, lowering down, inhale, any delicious back bend, and then we can do a forward bend. Turning the lower body to that left side, and we're on that outer right hip. Right leg is underneath, left leg on top. Some of us may like to bend both legs. And the left hand behind us. Inhale tall. And we're twisting. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breath awareness. As you exhale, going over to that other side. Counter twist. And then knees together, heels together, top of the mat, downward facing dog. Maybe inhale carrot, exhale crocodile. It can be to the belly. Inhale, a back bend. Exhale, a forward bend. So again, knees to the right side. We're on the outer left hip and then straighten the right leg. Sitting tall. The torso towards the bent leg. Inhale. Lift of that upper body. And then here we are in Parivrtta, the revolved Janu Shirsasana. We can bend that lower arm. Create a support for the head if you would like to. Top arm can remain over the ear or crossing behind the back. So awareness of the breath. Observing the movement of the breath. And we can be aware of that awareness. Slowly coming up. And we're turning towards the top of the mat. So any nurturing forward bend, maybe a child's pose. Coming to your carrot, perhaps inhale. Exhale, maybe all the way down. Inhale, a back bend. Exhale, a forward bend. So coming to that second side. Legs to the left side, we're landing on that outer right hip. The torso opens towards the right leg. Tall, inhale. And then finding gradually as we listen, so there's pausing, receiving, finding that posture. So the practice is from within. Option of having that top arm down along the top side of the body, and maybe a little bit of that arm crossing behind the back. Breath awareness. We can witness the thinking, recognizing it, allowing it to be, nurturing it. And we can say thank you. Slowly coming up and turning towards the top of the mat. Downward facing dog. Inhale, carrot. Exhale all the way down or hovering a little bit. Inhale, a delicious back bend. Exhale, forward bending. So we're going to walk the feet towards the outside of the hands. And with all the body weight on the feet, we're going to relax here for a few breaths. It can be arms behind the back. And then we're going to sit down. So hips low onto the mat. And as we're rolling onto the back, here, find a comfortable position and definitely with a block if we have one. It can be a thick pillow or rolled blankets, maybe a thick book or several books and then a blanket underneath. So underneath the sacrum. It can always be straight legs or soles of the feet together, knees apart. In tune with the most subtle pulsation here. And we can feel the inner dimension healing itself. We'll be here for another minute or so if you want to change position. It could be the block higher up or lower. Maybe arms along the ears. Relaxing all the different dimensions that are inside. Bringing the hands down to the hips. Definitely long breath here. And then block or whatever is underneath the sacrum to the side, and we can hug the legs. Maybe a little bit of movement here. Breathing. If you're going in circles, circles in the other direction. Hugging the right leg with the left heel at the bottom of the mat. Open the right arm out to the side and twisting. Right leg over to the left side. Breath awareness here. Presence. Recognition. Allowing. Nurturing. And aware gratitude. So let's place the right heel at the bottom of the mat. Hug the left leg. And we're twisting. Left arm opens out to the side, and here relaxing the body. Relaxing in awareness. That space of letting go of judgments and allowing for acceptance. Allowing for acceptance of what is going on the outside, on the inside, and acceptance of non-acceptance. So we're rolling onto the back. We're hugging the knees and then coming to the side for perhaps a seated meditation. It can be legs up the wall. Maybe some of us benefit from a more restful seated position. If we're sitting, it could be sitting on a chair. The back, if we're sitting on the ground, it could be with the back against the wall. Chin mudra, tip of the index and thumbs could be together. So the universal consciousness here together with the individual consciousness, and the three fingers are the form dimension, the gunas. So formless dimension and form dimension being recognized. Palms can face up. If we need a grounding experience, palms facing down. Being aware of our own presence inside the now. and with lots of tenderness, holding the space for the thinking. It may be about what we should or shouldn't do, what others should or shouldn't do, or the world, how the world should or shouldn't be. So we're going to slowly transition onto our back. And here, hugging the knees, breathing. And with the exhale, we can do a big sigh. Inhale, feeling the lungs. And perhaps a big sigh. Nice. So we're going to set up for Shavasana. You may want to practice another posture or two before corpse. You may want to do corpse with legs up the wall if you feel the practice was a little bit gentle and you would like some energy. So corpse, covering ourselves if we notice coolness. Palms can open up to receive the sunshine. And here, closing the eyes if you would like to. Relaxing into that inner, outer spaciousness. Maybe we feel a little more receptive. Maybe we feel our inner aliveness is a little bit more fluid and free. So Shavasana can be 10 minutes or 15 minutes. This is where we get to sense our inner being. Gratitude for each of you. Gratitude for the infinite, spacious, luminous nature. And may all expression of that luminous nature be safe, healthy, at peace, free, and joyful in the whole cosmos. Namaste.